During our conversations with business executives who are already exporting, we have learned a lot about the challenges that they have faced when exporting and trying to enter the United States, especially over the last 2 years. The strong US dollar, which I discussed in last week's episode and on our blog, presents an opportunity for these exporters. In other words, exporters to the United States gain some advantage in that their goods and services will be less expensive to the U.S. importer or buyer. Hi, I'm Dr. Sarita Jackson, President and CEO of the Global Research Institute of International Trade. Welcome to another episode of Trade on Tuesdays at 2. Today's episode is titled Strong U.S. Dollar Means Lower Cost Imports. The U.S. dollar index continues to go up compared to last week. Today, the dollar index is just slightly above the 104 level and has gone up 0.75% in the last 5 days, according to MarketWatch. Unlike the export price index, which showed a 4.5% increase in March, the import price index grew by 2.9% during the same month. And by April, we did not see any changes at all, according to the Bureau of Labor Standards. Now, there was a $20 billion increase in the U.S. trade deficit, meaning that imports far outweigh exports with the world from February to March of this year alone. Now, let's look specifically at the import and export numbers. From February to March of this year, imports into the United States increased by $32.9 billion. The import values outpaced those of exports, which only showed a $12.9 billion increase, according to the Bureau of Economic Analysis. Even with the cost advantage, importers still need to go back to the basics, or those exporting to the United States especially still need to go back to the basics to enhance their competitive capabilities. And here are two things that exporters to the United States still need to do. Number one, they still need to do in-depth research on the market for their specific product or service, since there is more to competitiveness than just cost competitiveness. Number two, connect with the right people who can help you find the right buyers, distributors, and have specialized expertise in key areas such as regulatory compliance. And here are two ways that you can get started today. Number one, go ahead and schedule a session with me. See my Calendly link below. And number two, join other established exporters to and from the United States during our monthly sessions. This month, GRIT is hosting a special session for those exporters looking to find agents and distributors, including in the U.S. market. See the details below and go ahead and reserve your spot today. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Trade on Tuesdays at 2.